here we are once again as we start another game of the modern CFT 25.
I am that other guy alongside my broadcast partner, Brownsville Gamer.
Very excited that we're here because we're getting very close to the National Quarterfinals. But it's another round 5 matchup. This time it's Oklahoma State versus Tulane.
Now, we're going into this game. We're getting close to the final rounds. Even though Oklahoma State is probably not going to make it, what is your overall observation with them throughout this tournament?
Look, what I've seen is a bunch of kids on the field that
doing
has
this
great
kid stuff.
Because they are. At the end of the day, they are still kids. And you can tell because there are moments where they're playing at their highest potential, and then there's moments where they're just giving it up. And I hope that we don't see this again with Tulane. But Tulane has another story to tell because they are able, when they can, to try to put up some really good points against really good teams.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised he got that.
And that was a first down by Oklahoma State. Number 0 is going to go in for about a yard. Keep in mind that with Tulane, they didn't win much. They only have one win under their belt. But look at number 0 about to get an extra 4 yards. The only big win that Tulane won was against Alabama at home, 27-23 of all teams. So if there is something to think about the fact that Oklahoma State, they also had a really good quality win against LSU, 21-16. When they can, they will. And when they won't, they just don't. And that's the problem with these two teams. These are two 1-3 teams that show they have potential, but just can't get it done. But instead, that could have been a first down catch, but it didn't make it. So now it's 39 at the 19. And look at number 0. He's going to truck it in for another first down. No, it's going to be short. And let's see if they can try to make it in on 4th and inches at the 10. Number 0 is going to get enough for the first down. And Ollie Gordon II already with 19 yards.
Yeah, but see, the thing with Oklahoma State, they were a little bit more disappointing because they were ranked.
I mean, at one point, they were within the top 15 in the country, and they just figure out ways to not get it done. Speaking of which, they couldn't get it done on that play. It's now 3rd and goal at the 1, and they're going to not make it in. So now they're going to go for it. And number 0 finally is going to give the Cowboys the opening touchdown to start the game.
And they finally touch blood first and gets the first points of the game. But yeah, going back to your original statement and what I said earlier, this team is out of the disappointing of the two because they were ranked and they were coming in with high expectations. Unfortunately, they couldn't meet them and they're on the outside, looking in. So what do you think this game is for? Is it for pride? Is it for just to go out there and just finish the season strong?
You stole my question. That's such a good question. I mean, that's a very good question. Like, what do we think about a team that theoretically does not have much to play for? Honestly, they're playing for pride. I mean, if you look at the quarterback, Bauman has been struggling throughout this tournament. And when you saw a glimpse of hope, they just couldn't capitalize on the right time. They did that against Florida State. They did that again against Ohio State. I mean, they got exposed by UNLV.
Yeah, but, they're not, as bad as another team that we'll talk about later on in the series. But going back to this,
and for our friends at home, it's not Fresno State.
But
and
to go
with
back
the
to
catch, that's going to be a first down, and that's going to be now 1st and 10 at the 35.
But like you said, both teams have nothing to play for. But like I said, Oklahoma State is the more disappointing of the two.
I mean,
in
fairness, Tulane does relatively have something to play for. This is their last home game of the preliminary rounds. Okay. And number 4 is going to get the reception for the first down. That's going to be about 13 yards gain. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea, regardless of what happens in the next game, to at least say, okay, the final home game, we brought some pride back to the state of Louisiana in the city of New Orleans. That's another first down by number 9. But Trey Rucker, number 3, was able to stop him.
What a name.
Now at the 6.
What a name.
What's wrong with Rucker?
No, I'm saying what a name. I mean, that's a guy I trust.
Trucker Rucker.
Okay.
Just trucked him. And nothing was gained there, actually, a loss. And I'm not talking about the player. It's 2nd and goal at the 7, and it's going to rush to number 5. He can try to spin it, but instead does not happen, and we see an injury by number 9.
I think he hurt his wrist or something.
I don't know if he'll be back in for this drive, but does it matter? Because that's going to be a touchdown for the Green Wave.
And now the game is probably going to be tied. He gritties all over the end zone.
Do we think that this is going to be like a seesaw matchup where they're just going to be going back and forth on offense?
I don't think Oklahoma State should be going back and forth with a Tulane, but hey.
That is true.
This tournament has proved us that anything can happen.
Look, first of all, let's recognize that Tulane is arguably the best team in the American. And look, I know that the American is still a relatively developed mid-major, but Tulane has demonstrated that they can hold their own against the best in the country. And speaking of that, that's a great catch, and that's going to be a first down for the Cowboys as they move up to the 46.
As we're already about to be done with the first quarter
and
already.
Look at that rush again by Gordon II, number 0. And if you saw how he landed, it makes you wonder, they really put the entire game on his back. I mean, let's look at Bauman, the quarterback, speaking of not so stressed. He's already at 79 pass yards with an 83.3% rating. But don't let those numbers fool you. It was just 1 quarter of gameplay. Like, just for the record. And let's see again what Gordon is doing again on first down. He's going to get the ball once again. Probably gets about 5. No, off. Make it 2. 2nd and 8 at the 34.
As they get the ball going. Oh, he got it off just in time.
Released it, but number 13 is hating himself at the moment because that could have been an interception.
Well, 13 had butterfingers, but it's now 3rd and 9.
And another example of another opportunity wasted. Oklahoma State's going to have to figure out if they can try to get it in.
Get this going. State and post is high, so I'm not surprised.
This is about 45 yards.
And oh my God.
Far to the right.
Shanked it.
And with that, possession goes back to Tulane. They're going to play it off the 34. Easy pitch to number 4. He's going to make some distance, probably about over 20 yards. 56 yards already for that receiver.
And it's now 1st and 10 with 4.
Gets it to number 21. Goes for about 5 yards.
3:57 left to go in the first half.
Number 10 throws it. This time, number 5 is going to make the reception for another first.
As the chains keeps moving, they're already well in their territory.
21 holds on to it again. I like this tempo of Tulane. They are just not wasting time on the ground, but they can throw for mid-range passes as well. Speaking of which, with the option, boom, he gets it. That's going to be a really good first down reception. 1st and goal at the 3. This is a chip shot for 6.
Why?
Number 21 misses that, but manages to get it in for another Green Wave touchdown.
Why is Oklahoma State going back and forth with Tulane?
This is not a team that you want to test. I mean, again, they beat Alabama. Granted, Alabama's not the same Alabama we know, but they're also not some random team in the country. And right now, number 83 is going to make about 19 yards there. That's going to be 1st and 19 at the 1st and 10 at the 19. Man in motion, number 7. Gets it to number 80, and he's going to keep it going.
Oh.
Breaks it, spins off. Doesn't make much of a difference there, but that was a great move by number 80.
And they keep the chains moving. They're about to get midfield. And
bam! Gets it right at the middle, and that's going to be enough for the first down.
It's now 1st and 10, ball at midfield.
And again, man in motion, and gets it to number 80. No one is able to see him coming. He's trucking in, and he's going to get 9 yards.
Where was this Oklahoma State throughout the tournament?
I mean, they're playing with intensity because they realize they don't want to lose to Tulane. And that's going to be a first down once again, 1st and 10 at the 34. Gordon is going to hold on to it. And he's going to make another first down. The chains are moving. They are excited because they can see the end goal. And number 0 is going to make about 3, maybe 4 yards. It's now, no, just 2, and it's 2nd and 8, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Cowboys.
Where was this at the entire tournament?
I mean, this is a re-energized Cowboys, but man, they chose the wrong time to get this excited.
You picked the time with nothing to play for to want to now to play? Does that make any sense? That's oxymoron.
Well, hey, look at this. If they were to win this game, who's to say that A, they'll face a pretty relatively easy opponent matched up with a 2-3 ranking, or they could receive a bye. We don't know, right? What we do know is that it's now 2nd and 7 at the 26. Tulane with the ball, number 10 trying to get the snap out. He's going to look up the middle to number 1, gets the first down, and now we see a timeout by Tulane with 2 timeouts remaining with about 66 seconds. I say 66 seconds like it's like a tongue twister. About to be 60 seconds now, 2nd and 1. And number 10 is going to hold on to it. Nice short pass, but couldn't make much of it. That's going to be just a missed pass. It's 3rd and 1. And this is going to be an opportunity to see what is going to be the move. And again, a first down with now 55 seconds to go. The clock is ticking.
I do like what they're doing. This hurry up offense is getting the defense tired.
And rightfully so. They have to try.
Oh!
And look at that by number 2.
That might be a pick six.
It's going to go all the way to the end zone for a touchdown, a 51-yard pick 6.
Where was this the entire tournament? Can somebody explain it to me?
Black, number 2. And with the shot, that's going to be another point.
Brownsville gamer, I'm gonna be happy for them because at least they're fighting, unlike another team we'll talk about later.
But look where we are right now. I said this could be a seesaw battle. The defense on both sides are giving it up, but this time advantage goes to the Cowboys. But right there is going to be a first down. Tulane uses all of their timeouts, so at this point, they're going to have to work with less than 30 seconds to end the half. And it looks like they're going to try the defense attempt a blitz. You can see the blitz package being formulated. Clock is still ticking. Here they come rushing down, but look at that. The quarterback couldn't do much with it, had to throw it away, but it stops the clock. Now at 18 seconds to go. Looking again, he's going to probably throw it to the right side. Is there a connection? No! And number 9 was inches away of going for a pick. Now it's 3rd and 10 at the 45 with 9 seconds to go. He's going to throw it out to try to keep the clock off. And with 7 seconds, the Cowboys is going to get maybe a play.
Probably most likely, depending on where they get time to get the
No, I don't
ball.
think it's going to happen because with 1 second, he's going to stop it. Number 80 is going to go for it, and that ends the half. And at the end of the first half, Oklahoma State is holding up with the lead, 21-14.
Where was this the entire tournament?
Gordon the second with 66 rush yards for 13 attempts, averaging about 5 yards a rush, already has a touchdown to his name. I mean, if you want to know who's really holding it down for the Cowboys, who's a real true Cowboy, he might be that person. And look at Black with the 51-yard pick six.
Look at
I didn't
Black.
say the Black. I said look at Black.
I want to make sure.
Black.
I don't want us to get canceled. You know.
No, not on my channel. I said what the hell we please. Now, right now, we're going to go into the second half. And look, we are about to cross over into the final round of this tournament. Is there any teams that you're thinking about that's like, oh, they're on the bubble and I'm looking forward to... Oh, never mind, because right now that's another first down and number 10.
Oh, the
fumble! And I think it's going to be the Cowboys that are going to get the ball back.
Well, we spoke too soon. We was about to go on to the future, and
we should be talking about the present.
Exactly.
Because right now, Oklahoma State is forgetting the past. They are going forward, and they're going to hold on to the ball as we move into this second half.
Stadium post is high.
Right now,
Play
quarterback
action.
is moving in, and that was risky. Gets it to number 32. That could have been an interception. And I don't know.
What is the quarter? What is he doing?
Aiming it at somebody's back. That's what he's doing. 3rd and 10 at the 37. Up the middle. Number 40 gets it. He can keep it trucking because that's going to be another first down for the Cowboys.
As they keep the chains moving, they're in the red zone.
Yep, and look, if Bauman can take advantage of the tempo, he can use number 0 right now to try to go up the middle, which he will, but he won't get much. That was a gain of 3.
It is now 2nd and goal with about 4:07 left to go in the third.
Back to Gordon, and that's going to be another gain, this time of 2.
Looks like they're going to pass.
Throws it.
Ooh,
and
did he get it?
Gets it, but it's
they're going.
4th and goal on the 1, trusting Gordon.
And they don't get it.
And it's not going to happen, and it turns over to Tulane.
Why didn't he just take the 3?
But they're going off of the 1, and that's a very good question. I mean, yes, you see that the end zone is right there. You trust your offensive line, but you got to get points.
That is true.
You got to get points. You're only up by a possession. Number 21 is going to get the first down.
At least
now,
they got out of danger.
I mean, look, they're now at the 12. They have some room to do something downfield if they want, but number 10 is going to hold on to it. Big mistake because that was a loss of 1.
It's now 2nd and 11.
Right now, gets it off the screen to number 5, and that's going to be a gain of 8. So now it's 3rd and 2 at the 20 where they should have originally started. And they're making some movement as number 21 is going to hold on to the ball. And right now, it's not much that can happen right now because it's going to be 4th and 1. It goes back to the Cowboys, and we see a fair catch. Now, let me go back to that question that I tried to sneak in. Any teams you're excited to see in the playoffs?
Oh my goodness!
Never mind, because number 13 is going to recover the ball back for Tulane.
They got the ball right back. Yeah, I think it's the second pick.
That should be the second pick of the game. And Bauman walking back, and look, they got the bees. They look like they want to party. But you can't party when you don't have the lead. Speaking of that, the blitz collapsed. But you know what could have been worse? It was a gain of 4. So right now they're at the 36. Any teams? Any
Troy.
teams you're excited? Wow.
I mean, oh my goodness, he's still going. Yes, Troy.
Why Troy?
Because you see what they did to Ole Miss?
Shoot. I mean, that's pretty much every other team in this tournament so far. I mean, but why Troy specifically?
I think they're the dark horse. I think they might. I mean, we've seen in past tournaments that teams that you would never think they make it far make it to the finals. So if anybody have a dark horse that can make it, I think it would be Troy.
Are we to say that Troy is our tournament's Indiana? I mean, Indiana won a national tournament, and that's a touchdown for the Green Wave. And they're getting that chance to take back the lead.
Oklahoma going back and forth with Tulane.
And, you know, it's one thing when you're doing this in the first quarter, maybe in the second. But now we're on the third quarter. Before you know it and you blink, it's going to be game over.
Well, no. Well, let's not say that. It's still, like you said, you said in the beginning, it could be a seesaw battle, and it's turning into that, and now this game is tied. So it's anyone's game at this point. We're just starting over from the beginning now.
Look, it all comes down to which team will make the crucial mistake that's going to cost them the game, especially when there's little to no time left. That, I think, is going to be the tiebreaker. Who screws up first? And right now, Gordon couldn't do much with that. That's a loss of 2. So now it's 2nd and 12 at the 14.
Gordon Fisherman didn't go anywhere.
Ooh, that was fishy. Speaking of which, Gordon's going to keep on trucking, cuts it in half.
Sir, no.
Why not? He did truck his way into getting about 5 yards.
The first line.
Bam!
Oh, wait!
And number 1 with a great reception. I'll be excited too. That's a big first down for the Cowboys. Right now, play action. And boom, he's going to get it. And that's going to be a great first down.
Okay, Madden.
I know. I'm just reincarnating my inner John right now. 1st and 10 at the 26. I mean, they got enough distance to at least get 3, but they're aiming for 6. Clock ticking.
They're cutting some clock, which is pretty smart.
I mean, at this point, down to 20 on the play. Gordon gets about 2. And with that, we're done. We are 1 quarter away of calling a victor. And right now, we have a tie game.
Well, you can see the quarterback comparison. They're pretty much even.
But the advantage goes to Bauman because we were wrong. 1 pick, not 2.
Oh, okay. Well, so we apologize for that, folks.
And speaking of that, Gordon the second gets about 6 yards. It's now 3rd and 2 at the 17. Goes back to Gordon.
I don't think he's going to get it.
And no, you're right. He doesn't. And I think they heard your advice.
Yes.
They're
Take
going for
any
a field
points
goal.
that you get, especially this late in the game. Whatever points you can get, take it, because you don't want to miss it and it comes back to bite you. Trust me. You want to know about that? Ask Ole Miss.
Ooh, and with that, the tie is broken. And Oklahoma State's going to hold it down by 3. Number 5 is going to take it from the end zone. And wow, that was a toughie.
You got hit.
At
Toughie.
the 13, gets it. And number 5
my goodness!
has the distance. He's going to go. He is gone. Goodbye. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Why did you jinx this? Why did you say in the beginning of this game this is going to be a seesaw battle? Because that's exactly what it's turning into.
Well, can Oklahoma give a response? It's down to the final quarter. Number 83 is going to try to take advantage of a block there.
He was running in the mud. He didn't even go anywhere.
Sludge, if you would say. And with the play action, number 7, can he get it deep? No, but there is a flag. And I think it might belong to Tulane. Let's see where it goes.
Oh, it's pass interference.
It will be defensive pass interference by Mekhi Robinson, the cornerback. So that's going to be a first down, automatically plus 15 for the Cowboys. And Gordon the second gets about 8 yards, gets it back to Gordon. That's going to go for a first down, moving the chains as the clock is ticking. And they got to get a response in because they're down by 4.
All right, let's see what they do here.
And number 80 is going to do the right thing.
Oh, no, it's an
and
injury.
What do you know? A key injury now. Will we see him back? We'll find out as the game progresses. And it looks like it was just a bruised knee. So Gordon is going to return, hopefully within the next play.
So he's being dramatic.
And no, he's actually on the field. And there's another penalty. But I think this time this might go against Oklahoma State.
No, it's pass interference again.
But again, it's defensive pass interference.
DPI.
This time, same person again. This is the second defensive pass interference by Robinson, costing the Tulane Green Wave 30 yards in just 2 penalties. And Gordon is going to take advantage of it for the touchdown.
He fought his way in there, and Gorge Fisherman finally found shore, and now they regain the lead.
This is what happens when you give up 2 defensive pass interference. You give a team 30 yards.
No, I'm just like...
but hear me out. You give a team 30 yards. You can't be surprised that a good team will capitalize on it. And that's exactly what we just saw.
That's true, but if they was good, they would have been ranked.
I mean,
I'm just playing.
If they were good, they would be a lot better than this. But look, we're not talking about the past. Like we mentioned, we're in the present. So right now, in the lead by 3, number 5 is going to make it to about the 20. And with about less than 3 minutes to go, Tulane wants to respond back themselves. And 87 will get the ball, this time for just 5 yards.
2:44 left to go. Can Oklahoma hold on to the lead? Tulane answer back. They've been answering every time.
That was a gain of 4. Crucial third down play here. Gets it to number 21 and will not get the first down.
Are they
it's going to
go
be a
for
loss of 1. I think they're going to punt it.
Yeah, no, they're going
for it. They need this.
This might be the game here.
And it's a stop by the Cowboys.
That might be the game.
Bauman gets the ball. If they can get a touchdown or at least 3 more points, it can seal the deal as the clock is ticking. And we're about to approach the 2-minute warning right here. So here we are, the final 2 minutes. Can Oklahoma State hold on to the lead?
Let's see what they do here. They're going to run. That's going to be another first.
And again, another key first down by Gordon II.
Tulane takes one of their timeouts. Oh, trucks another guy.
And Gordon, again, he's going to keep on going. And again, another injury by Oklahoma State. Stays with Gordon, and that's another touchdown. And this could seal the deal for Oklahoma State, as now they are up by 10, 38-28.
It's not looking good for Tulane. It's about 1:49 left. If they want to score, they're going to have to do it quickly.
Birmingham, he's going to return back to the field. And it looks like number 5 is going to go for it and stays under the 20. And with the bruised rib, I don't think it's that much of a big deal. At least that's what he's thinking. He's staying back in the field.
Dramatic.
And that's an
interception
my goodness by the Cowboys, and I think that's it.
That's a pick 6.
And it's gonna be a pick 6, a second pick 6 of the game. This time for 37 yards by Cam Smith, number 3.
Do that dance, and that's pretty much it.
That's the second pick 6 capitalized by the Cowboys. I mean, look, the defense is trying to hold them down. They're doing that. They got them within a 30-point range. They got 2 pick 6s that capitalized for 12 points alone. Bauman is actually getting some complete passes. This is a different Oklahoma State team from what we saw previously.
Well, I wish they would have showed up early in the tournament, but hey, it is what it is. This game is pretty much over. Oklahoma's going to cruise to a convincing victory, 45-28 over Tulane.
I wouldn't end the game that quickly, but look, if it does hold up, Oklahoma State will end with now a 2-3 record going into game number 6, and that's going to be a first down, which now keeps the clock rolled down to 1:18.
Look, Brownsville
clock
game,
is ticking.
Unless Tulane hits a 20-point game breaker, this game is over.
Well, I don't see how that's a 20-point game breaker. It's not under. It's under 20. If anything,
whatever. I mean, if you want to take the lead, I mean,
I'm just saying.
Okay, I know what I know. I'm not making sense, but that's as much as them coming back makes sense. It's over.
Sure. First opportunity to critique a team. I mean, granted, yes, they obviously have a huge lead, but there's still time on the clock, and they have the ball. And look at that. That's going to be a reception, forcing a timeout. They'll use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock goes down to under 60 seconds. Now at 50, They're going to try to go for a no huddle and see if they can try to maybe down the ball, which they did. 3rd and 5 at the 23. They need a key reception, and they won't, and that's going to be deflected. Going for it on 4th. This is not the first time we've seen it, but at this point, they don't have a choice if they're going to try to come back. Still holding on, gets the first, and that is going to be enough, at least to stop the clock with 35 seconds remaining. They're going to try to see if they can get a touchdown. Won't win, but it will cut the lead down significantly. And with under 30 seconds to go, the clock is ticking. Only need 5 more yards for a touchdown. They'll down it. And here we are once again, 3rd and goal at the 5. And number 10 is stepping back. And here we are, going for it again on 4th. Can this be a game? Yes, that's a touchdown. And this is why I said don't say anything until the clock is at 0. Oddly, there is a flag.
But they're still down by like 10.
11. But the thing is, they'll end up getting the extra point. That'll put them down by 10. They'll obviously go for an offside, which is what we're seeing right now. If Oklahoma can hold on to it, which they will with no fumble, that's going to do it. And it looks like here they will go for the knee, and that's going to give them the win. It's Oklahoma State. That will put them up to 2-3 as they defeat Tulane 45-35.
And well, Tulane's done, if this wasn't any doubt. But like you said,
definitely the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, so
Player of
they're
the game
done.
goes to Gordon, the second with 139 yards with 29 rush attempts, and he was able to convert with 3 touchdowns.
Well, folks, this is going to do it here as Oklahoma improves to 2-3, and Tulane is pretty much done.
That's 1-4 for Tulane.
I apologize. For all of us here for BVG Studios, I am that other guy alongside Brownsville Gamer.
Now, keep in mind, our next game, or our next set of games, rather, will be the last of our preliminary matches. By the time we get to those games, we will find out the 8 teams that will qualify for the National Quarterfinals. And as always, if you like the content, please like. And if you really enjoy our content, there's so many videos from the CFT this season and our previous seasons, along with many other shows to watch on the BVG channel. So subscribe as well. Again, thanks for watching. I am BVG, signing out.
Have a good night, folks.